Will Caitlin Clark play for Indiana Fever this weekend? For the fifth consecutive time this WNBA regular season, the Indiana Fever will be without Caitlin Clark. The star guard will miss the game with a left groin injury and has been ruled out by the team, ESPN is reporting. The Fever take on the Los Angeles Sparks Saturday night. Indiana is 9-8 on the season, while the Sparks have a record of 5-13. Overall, Clark has missed 9 regular season games and 10 this year, including the final of the Commissioner's Cup, which Indiana won over the league-leading Minnesota Lynx. A left quad injury sidelined Clark the first time around this year. After missing 5 games, she returned to play in 5 before the more recent groin injury. Clark, in her second season after a record-breaking career with the Iowa Hawkeyes, is averaging 18.2 points, 8.9 assists, 5 rebounds, and 2.6 made three-pointers per game. During both her time in college and her first WNBA season, Clark did not miss any times across 5 seasons. Indiana head coach Stephanie White told reporters that Clark has not gone full speed in practice and was listed as R on the injury report. Indiana is currently 3rd in the East, while Los Angeles is 7th in the West. The next chance for Clark to play comes Wednesday when the Fever take on the Golden State Valkyries. The air was thick with anticipation as fans in Indiana painted their faces in navy and gold, flooding Gainbridge Fieldhouse with electric energy. It was a Friday night in July, and there was only one question echoing through every sports bar, diner, and street corner across Indianapolis. Will Caitlin Clark play this weekend? Whispers had started earlier in the week. Rumors that the sharpshooting rookie might finally lace up again after a frustrating groin injury kept her sidelined. Fever fans clung to hope the way one might hold on to a lucky coin before a big game, tight and with trembling belief. But to truly understand the weight of that question, one must first understand who Caitlin Clark is to Indiana and to the WNBA. The girl who changed the game, Caitlin Clark, didn't just play basketball. She reimagined it. Her court vision was almost mythical, as if she could see time slowing down just long enough to find the perfect pass. Her three-point range felt infinite. Her confidence an endless flame. She wasn't just a rookie in the WNBA, she was the story. ESPN ran her highlights on a loop, young girls mimicked her pregame routines, and tickets to Fever games sold faster than ever. Her arrival sparked a renaissance in Indiana basketball. It had been years since the Fever made headlines, but now the team was the hottest ticket in town. Clark brought fans fire and fresh hope, but with such brightness came risk. And by June, the unrelenting pace of pro basketball began to take its toll. A left groin injury, not flashy, not headline-worthy, but painful, quiet, slow to heal. The kind of injury that whispers rest when every competitive cell in her body screams play. Indiana without Clark. While Clark rested, the Fever were forced to evolve. Aaliyah Boston stepped up, showcasing the all-star form she'd hinted at the year before. Veteran DeWanna Bonner led with poise, and Kelsey Mitchell's quick-trigger offense gave the Fever unexpected momentum. The Fever desperately needed support, and to the fear that her own team would defeat her poorly in the semifinals, Kelsey Mitchell straightened the Fever unexpected momentum. In Clark's absence, the team found new rhythm, winning games, building chemistry, silencing critics. Some analysts even whispered the unthinkable. With a Fever more balanced without Caitlin Clark on the floor, it wasn't a betrayal, it was a test. Could a team built around a superstar rise in her absence? Could they learn to win without relying solely on her magic? The weekend approaches now. Here we were, heading into another weekend, and the question returned louder than ever. Would she play? On Thursday afternoon, reporters huddled in front of head coach Stephanie White, cameras rolling, fingers crossed. She's progressing, White said cautiously, but we're being smart. She's day to day. Day to day. 2 words that carry so much hope and so much uncertainty. It meant she wasn't ruled out, but she wasn't ruled in either. Fans refreshed their phones, searching for updates. Rumors on Reddit, TikToks analyzing her latest shoot-around footage. A blurry video of Clark taking free throws and warm-ups went viral. Was she moving freely? Was that a limp? Inside Caitlin's mind, somewhere behind closed doors, Caitlin sat in the training room, wrapped in ice and silent thought. She hated watching from the bench. Every muscle in her body yearned for the court. Every part of her being had been built to compete. But the WNBA was not a sprint. It was a grueling marathon of cross-country flights, back-to-backs, and elite defenders looking to make a name by stopping her. She stared down at her sneakers, laced, ready, but not tonight. Saturday game day, the Fever's matchup against the Sparks was set to be a showdown, a packed house, national coverage, and a postseason-like atmosphere. And finally, the announcement came. Caitlin Clark outgroaned. A wave of disappointment rolled across the arena, but it didn't break the spirit. Instead, fans wore her jersey proudly. They still chanted her name. And most of all, they stayed. Because Clark had done something bigger than dominate the court. She had made everyone care. She made Fever basketball matter again. What comes next, Clark may not play this weekend. She may not suit up until next week, or even the All-Star game the following Saturday. Clark comes forth and doesn't stop. And time is on their side. The future, the fiercest temper, the darkness of self-doubt, and the support of others made her path forward. Caitlin Clark may not play this weekend. She may not suit up until next week, or even the All-Star game the following Saturday. But the truth is, her presence is already felt. On the court, her teammates have found confidence. Off the court, she has sparked conversations around equality, viewership, and visibility in women's sports. In the stands, young fans wear pigtails and scribble her number 22 on their cheeks with face paint. And in the minds of opponents, coaches, and critics, there is no doubt that when she returns, it will be with purpose.